We're live and testing a higher definition camera, obviously. And so now you can definitely see blemishes and all that stuff. But I'm just going to play around right now, do a video showing a local baseball card shop haul. A local baseball card shop is commonly referred to as an LCS, local card shop, I guess. You might see that in parlance. And so this is to play with multi-cameras and see how that will all work. I still have the lousier camera. You'll see like ISO is the opening, the aperture maybe. My wife can be the one to tell me. You can see how much light is being absorbed in a room that doesn't have a lot of light right now. If I go to my other camera, see that one right there, you can see it's pretty dark in here. But back to this one. Oh, see, this is where the multi-camera is going to come into play. This should be kind of fun. Hi to the one watcher. But I'm hoping that the quality of the camera is going to be really good, that the sound won't be too bad, and that it is working. And I'll go back to the main screen like this when I talk. But I've got an intro screen that I was going. Bad news first. I made this logo and I made this intro before I discovered that I lost the domain. Years ago, too, I forgot all about it. I had the domain robscards.com. And I made this. I have to figure out something else. Somebody took it. But here's what I did. That's pretty cool. I got it. I'll give you detail on what I found there later. But anyway, as we're going, I'll switch cameras here. And now you can see, I collect a lot of different things. I collect baseball cards. I collect football cards and basketball cards primarily, but mainly baseball. But the baseball card shop that I go to, they have a lot of different things. I'm a Los Angeles sports fan, obviously. So I saw this pack. I didn't even have to look at the pack. These are, I think, 1982 cards. Let me double check on here. Yeah, I think they're from 1982. So that's 37 years ago. And so I see this pack. There's the local baseball card shop has a bunch of they'll call it a bid board. There's this whole board that's on, and it's up for a full week, and you bid. And this, I could get this whole pack of these 37-year-old basketball cards with the guy on the front being one of my favorite basketball players of all time, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I got it. So I got it for 75 cents. And these look like a lot of interesting cards. So we'll start here. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's autofocusing good. Jack Sikma. I don't think that he's a Hall of Famer, but he was a really great player in the 70s. Cedric Maxwell, is that who this is? Yeah. Cedric Maxwell is a very good player. He played for the Celtics. Caldwell Jones, I remember. George Gervin, I believe, is a Hall of Famer. Otis Birdsong, Artis Gilmore, he might be a Hall of Famer too. Had a great afro. Dan Issel, I think he's a Hall of Famer also. So there are a lot of good cards in here for just the 75 cents. Marcus Johnson, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Michael Thompson, he played for the Lakers. Maybe after this. Yeah, so I guess he started on Portland. So Michael Thompson was the backup to Kareem on a number of the championship teams, I think. Cedric Maxwell, Phil Ford, Lloyd Free. What I like about Lloyd Free, he changed his name to World B. World B Free. You got to dig that. Phil Smith, Mike Mitchell's, James Silas. Now, the thing that I discovered, though, and this is what happens, like, is it worth 75 cents? Yeah, maybe in the end, because my favorite card, I didn't pull it out and I didn't notice. You could probably see here There's gum stains on it. So this is a very low graded card if I were to grade it. But for me, I just like the idea of owning a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 37-year-old card. So I got it. That was the first batch. Now, the baseball card shop that I go to, I'll give him a cheap plug. He doesn't know since it's on the thing here, is Northridge Sports Collectibles. I don't know if that is focusing correctly. But yeah, he's in Northridge, California. Great guy, Brian. Tell him that Rob Reed sent you if you're in the area. So there were a couple here. I think I got this for 50 cents. And this is Dr. J, 37-year-old card. And Bob Lanier, who might be a Hall of Famer too. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. I took that for granted and didn't tell you. You might not know. Bob Lanier here in an action pose. I think this was 50 cents. So whether or not there's any damage to those cards, I don't know. I haven't pulled them out. Now, I'm a Ram fan, so I got this card. There wasn't a lot of bidding for it, but it's a Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is a receiver for the Los Angeles Rams. If you watched the Super Bowl last year, you might be aware of that. He was very good. I got this, I think, for $3.75. It's what's called a parallel. You see a little pink on here. They make in the card kingdom, I guess I'll refer to. They make parallel cards. So there's a standard card, and then you get some that are parallel that are harder to find. I don't know what this is called. The lighting in here isn't good enough for me to try and read it, but it's a good card nonetheless, and I got it for under $4. This is a rookie card, so it could be pretty good. This guy is the guy that just got the rookie record in baseball for home runs in a single season, Peter Alonso. This one was under $4 too. Pete Alonso, this one is just an investment card. I like owning rookie cards of potentially very good players. The guy comes in his first season and breaks the record, single season record. That was just broken in 2017 by a young man in New York named Aaron Judge. And so he comes out, and I think Aaron Judge beat Mark McGwire. So you've heard of him. And if McGwire wasn't in steroids, he'd be a Hall of Famer. Aaron Judge, you never know. He started a little bit late, but I think Alonso isn't very old. I'd tell you how old he was. Oh, I can see this one. He was born in 94. He was born after I got married. Wow, that really sucks. But anyway, he's only 20, just turned 25 years old. So this guy, potential Hall of Famer, under $4. Nice little card here. It's Topps Heritage 2019. I had to get this just because I didn't own it. And it looks to be a pretty good quality. If you've heard of Jerry Rice, this is his rookie card from 1987. And as far as I can tell, the quality of it is pretty good. The edges look pretty good. And you could find this selling raw, and they call this raw if it's not in a plastic thing. And I'll show you what that means. These are formally graded. Here's a formally graded card. This is a Jim Tomey. I didn't get this in the local hall, but I have this just sitting up here right now. And this is graded 8 out of 10. Nice card. But as you see, it's encased in plastic. This has a plastic encasing, but it's not graded, and it's not hard plastic that protects the card. But a Jerry Rice rookie card, 32 years old. There's a little bit of wear on this corner right here if you stare at it, and I don't know if the focus will. But for $8, it sells raw for about 30, 32. I thought was a good deal, and now I have it in my collection. I'm saving the best for last. If you like basketball, again, this is modern. I saw Kevin Love here. It's a Kevin Love. He's a very good player. His rookie season was 2007, I guess. He's the only one really worth mentioning here. This is his rookie card, so I have his rookie cards in good shape. And then it came extra with a Kevin Durant, which is not a rookie card, and a Kobe Bryant, which is also not a rookie card. But I think I got this whole batch here for like $1. So just to add, this is like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar one. Norm Nixon. This is from the heyday when I was a kid and I was in love with this Laker team. And they had Lou Hudson, and they had Norm Nixon, and they had Magic Johnson, and they had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And this was Magic Johnson's second season, I think. And so this, like the Kareem pack, I bought this sight unseen other than just seeing the top card. I said for 75 cents, which is what I bid on it, and I got it for. 75 cents. I'll take, for $1.50, I'll take a Norm Nixon 37-year-old card and Kareem. Got it. And then I found that these were pretty good. I don't remember that this one. James Edwards played with for the Lakers. Reggie Theus, I think, did too. David Greenwood from UCLA. When I was 10 years old, I wanted to play for UCLA because of him and the point guard, Roy something or other that I can't remember. John Long, I don't know. Now, how about this guy? See if you see his name up close. Robert Reed. He was a great player, by the way, but different spelling. Mike Banton, Terry Tyler, Kent Benson. He used to annoy the heck out of folks like Magic Johnson. And you get a little racist with some guys like this because they look, he was pretty muscular, but you go, oh, white dude in the NBA. But he actually was not a bad player. And another Robert Reed there. I thought that was pretty funny that there were two in there. Bucks. I don't know if there's any famous guys on here. And so this one was kind of lousy. So I should have taken a look. 75 cents, maybe I overpaid a little bit, but I wanted to have a Norm Nixon card. And there you go. So a couple more of the 1982 set, an Artist Gilmore. I didn't know that I had it in that pack. A Moses Malone. He is a Hall of Famer. And then right here, I think there was somebody. Oh, yeah, Dr. J. Dr. J was on this of 1980-81 76ers leaders. And thought that would be nice to have. This one I don't even know if I've opened yet, too. So in the same way, I got this one for 50 cents. And this is Jamal Wilkes, who I like more than even Norm Nixon. But somebody had already bid 50 cents on that one, so I popped it up at minimum 25 cents. Fred Brown. Have I opened this one yet? I don't think I have. Calvin Murphy. I think he's a Hall of Famer. Johnny Davis. Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones, I feel like he was a coach. Another Jamal Wilkes. So now I have two. I have not opened this. Now I'm getting surprised with you. Marcus Johnson, I already saw. That's a Marcus Johnson in action. There's a David Thompson Issel, who I think is a Hall of Famer. David Thompson's the guy I said UCLA when I was 10 years old. World Be Free again. I got another one of those. Another David Greenwood, Mike Mitchell, Michael Thompson again, another one of those, and another Otis Birdsong. So a lot of repeats there. If you want some of those repeats, I don't know, post down below. Another one. I think I did. This was the only one that I think I opened when I was at the shop. A Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in action card. I wanted to have that one. And I don't know if there's anybody well known in these. Is that Adrian Dantley? Yeah, he played for the Lakers, and he was a great player. Adrian Dantley. Alvin Adams. So a lot of these league leaders here. Is that Greenwood again? Or David Thompson, rather? Fred Brown. Norm Nixon. Like, all I needed was this pack for Norm Nixon. Bill Cartwright. He played, and this is a pretty nasty looking card. It's like ink stain or something. Yikes. He played on the Bulls teams with Michael Jordan. You might be familiar. Daryl Dawkins was famous before Shaquille O'Neal for breaking backboards. And another Marcus Johnson. All right. Not very happy with those. Those were okay, but those were gambles. But the best one that I got was this one. And I looked this one up on eBay and for recent sales, and it was, I think, at $40. And I ended up getting this card for $21. And it's an autographed, and I don't think it's a sticker auto. It's an on-card auto. A lot of people have problems with autographs that have a sticker. So somebody gets a whole sheet of stickers, and they just sign the stickers. This one was, I think, on the card, and there's a game-worn patch. It's numbered 13 out of 15. So that means in the world, there are only 15 of these particular cards in existence. The thing that, oh, it's a 3-card patch, actually. The thing that I don't like about these kind of cards is Topps has a monopoly on the trademarks of Major League Baseball. So when the Panini, which I think is the company that makes these, they have an agreement with the Players Association. So the Players Association allows them to use names and likenesses, obviously, they're pictures, but it does not allow them to use any of the trademarks. So he played and still plays for the Mets. I don't think he's been given up yet. And he's Cy Young last year, I think, and even the year before. The guy is a stud right now. So I thought this was a super bargain card, potential Hall of Famer. And I'm happy to add this to my collection, but I might even resell it. We'll see. So I hope you didn't hear what I paid for it. You did. I know I told you. So that's it. That's the haul, and that's me playing with the cameras. Let me go back to just me without the layer. Oh, almost blew that there. So the bad part about this camera, like, because you see me, I'm all scruffy. It's a Martin Luther King Day today. And so I've been spending some time trying to work on the electronic stuff, having my wife show me how to use this great camera that she has that she doesn't use all the time, that I figure maybe I can use as a webcam. I don't know if it's if the sound is a little bit off. Like if for my mouth, I think there's a way to fix that, and I forgot about it. Let's see. Dale Palmer. How you doing, Dale? Used to collect and trade baseball cards when I was a kid. They came with some gum and didn't cost much. Yeah, I did too. That's why I put, let me show you, you probably didn't see. It says established in 1975 when my dad bought me my first pack. Turn down the sound a little bit, potentially, give you a little warning. Rob's Cards, established 1975. That was when I got my very first pack. I think if I don't set up another channel for just the baseball cards, and I think that I might, because there's an interesting community there to sort of tap into and maybe trade with folks. But it's something that I've always loved to do. I got out of it for a long period of time. I collected first when I was 6 years old, all the way dutifully. But by dutifully, we didn't have a lot of money. And back then, I remember we could buy packs for a dime, which if you collect now is pretty hilarious, because packs now are ridiculous. The standard packs are usually about a buck. Like you can get the cheapest packs maybe for $1 a pack, but they're not going to be really good stuff. That's lower end quality. So yeah, it used to be a dime. I still have a lot of those cards, but most of them are in bad condition. So I've rebought a lot of them that were star cards that are, as I showed before, that are in plastics like this. Oh, you're right there. And this hard plastic protects the card. They put a grating on the card. This is one I tried to sell. So you'll see the grating. I don't know if it'll autofocus. It's not. But if I put it down here, you can see the grade is an 8. Come on, focus for me. It's not focusing. Sorry. It's a maximum 10. They call 10 a gem mint. Let's move back here. So that's it. And let's see what else we got here, Dale. Mickey Mantle still is the most popular card. Mickey Mantle is, believe it or not, and this is all hindsight, you could have gotten really high quality 1952. It's not even a Mantle rookie, but you might be familiar with what it looks like. It's just him looking to the side, and he's got a bat. 1952, that year Topps so undersold their product that they threw a lot in the ocean, is what baseball card lore is. And so, notwithstanding the fact that that was a double print card, people today, if that's an 8, like this one's an 8 out of 10, if you get a Mantle 1952 8 out of 10, recently sold for over $1 million. And you could have gotten that card easily, even I won't say 25 years ago, but I'll say 30 years ago, you could have gotten it for 10 grand. And that would have been, so a 30-year investment of 10,000 to a million would have been pretty nice in 30 years. I didn't have 10 grand 30 years ago to spend on a baseball card. I'm not even sure I have that now, but I do have my most expensive card, and I'll probably do something like that later, show you those cards. I have two Jackie Robinson rookies. They're both from 48, two different brands, and one of them is from 1948. Leaf is rated 6, and that one in the last year or two sold for 15,000. So that's a good card. So let's see. I was able to get one eventually by trading up, but it would actually, get this, that 1952 card, if you have one, if you still have it, I'm going to help you. I'll tell you how to get it into this. And if you needed a few extra bucks, you have a 1952 mantle, Dale, and it could look like you ate a burrito off of it. It could look like you put it between your spokes and it's all messed up. As long as most of there's limited card loss, it could just be horrible looking. 10 grand with a 1 rating. $10,000 for a 1952 low quality. And you say you just threw them out. Yeah, who would know? You know, that's the whole thing. For me, I just, my mom threw out a lot because we didn't take good care of them. That's why they're probably worth a lot now, is because we put them in our bike spokes. We would get a batch of them like this, and the way that we'd be able to carry them around to our friends is we'd put a rubber band around them. And I have a lot of old cards that have rubber band marks right in here. I noticed this, by the way, does have a delay, so it's probably annoying. So let me see if I can fix that. Where did I see that I could fix that? I don't think that it was in. Yeah, I don't think it was there. But maybe there's a place where I can fix the lag here. Somehow I don't think it was here either. We'll figure that out. But I can see when I'm tapping my fingers, it's a little bit delayed. Do you notice that, Dale? Sorry. It might be that I can, well, I know that my sound is coming through one of the webcams. It's coming through this webcam right there. And I think that it's delayed. You should look, Dale, to see if you have them stored. It's worth it to try and find them, because if you have a mantle I'd probably buy off you if you had one is a 1951, and those are going up. Those are his official rookie cards that are substantially less. I could have gotten one, that's real hard to justify, but I could have gotten like a 4 for about 2 grand as recently as 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and that's gone up 500 times. That card is 10 grand right now. You could argue there's a plus of Trump. Not only is the stock market up, but the baseball card market is up big time. Welcome to the second viewer. I went over, and I'm going to work probably privately to work on the volume. I'm going to take a look and see what this looks like. But thank you for watching, and look for more videos where I'm going to probably use better quality cam and see how that works out, and some preset videos. The color is good. This is an amazing camera. This is a top of the line Canon 5D Mark III. The thing I'm going to have to make sure is, I mean, there's Coach Rob, is to I'm going to have to look better Kent, as the expression goes. But yeah, any questions that you might have, if you do find any of them, Dale, and you're wondering, because if they're from the 80s, there could be a lot of junk. So if you have a card from the 80s to the 90s to even the 2000s early, there's a lot of junk out there. They overproduced in the 80s. of course, I got back in 1991 into the hobby after being out for about 10-ish years. The primary reason I did, and I went kicking and screaming because I saw a lot of people I went to college with going crazy over the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card in Upper Deck. And then I go, oh, yeah, that's a kid thing. I did that when I was a kid. And then all of a sudden they say, yeah, I pulled this in a pack. I got the pack for $5 and the card's worth $100. And then all of a sudden you go, oh, okay. And I decided to go back and look into my collection. And then I sort of got the bug again. And that was 28 years ago. So the bug is still there. I go to the local card shop in Northridge, California called Northridge Sports Collectibles. Again, tell Brian I referred you. Let's see. Yeah, Dale, 50s to 60s, you could potentially be sitting on a gold mine. If you have Hall of Famers, if the cards are in really good condition, there's a lot of 50s and 60s cards. I'll show you. You could go to my Instagram. I take occasional pictures. It's Rob Reed Music is the Instagram. Maybe I'll put that up here. At Rob Reed Music. That's my Instagram right down below. So I'm going to head out, or I'll probably be back on a little bit later as I experiment a little bit more. But thank you for watching. And we will see you. I will see you, speaking in the royal plural, shortly. Outro. Bye.